Hello friends, it's Grace here, Tuesday night, late night crafting. It's time to work on the Creepy Junk Journal. This is part 5 of the Creepy Junk Journal that we're working on. I don't know, we may finish it tonight. We may just finish it tonight, I'm not sure. But hello and welcome. Let me say hello to everybody and let you know that you are here at the Comfy Nest with Grace page here on Facebook. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you've decided to join us, whether it's live or in replay. Either way, let me know that you're here. I'm going to grab my the feed here on my little handy computer so I can see comments as we're creating and so we can chit chat while we're crafting. What's everybody up to tonight? My computer's telling me it's going into dark mode. Not needed. Not needed. I just need to see this live. That's all I need. Nope, that's not it. All right, Facebook, come on and do your thing, girl. You can do it. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Marsha. Welcome, friend. Hello, subscriber. I see that little teal heart next to your name. There's Jackie. Welcome, Jackie. Deb's here. Hello, Deb. So glad you guys made it. So it's 9 o'clock my time. This is late for me. So if you're on the East Coast, girls, guys and girls, if there's any guys out there, kudos to you for making it here. Maybe you're just up and looking for something fun to do. So I'm happy to have your company. That's like the best. Okay. Yeah, no, this is the wrong live. I've been live twice today. So, it's not showing me this live right now. That's what I want to see so I can see comments. I guess I just have to wait for it to update. But in the meantime, while I'm waiting, I'm going to get you down because I want to show you something. Hey, Mary, welcome. I see you, Jeannie. Hello, hello, Jeannie. Your box went out today. Hey, Ruth. Thanks for fluffing the nest. And there's Deborah Bolts. And Ann is here from North Carolina. Welcome, ladies. Welcome, friends. Okay, so look what came in the mail today. It's backwards. I can see that it's backwards. Hang tight. We're gonna straighten you out, friends. I'll even give you a little more light. The Somerset Studio. It's a circus theme this time around. And I'm really excited to go through it because there are some really beautiful images in here. Gosh, Birds of Paradise puzzle. I've just started getting this recently, a few months ago, and I'm really loving it. Somerset Journal or Somerset Studio. It is, let's see. I think you go to, stampington.com is where I got it. I went there to, okay, let's see. See if this is going to work. I can see me in my stories, but I'm not seeing me on the page, so we just have to let technology catch up with us. I printed on a new printout for this book because I realized I have some pages here that need to get updated or need to get filled, and I have lots of pages to fill, and I would love to finish this tonight. Oh, here we go. I found us. Yay, finally. Brooklyn, hello, welcome, friend. I see you. Janice says, girl, the stinking post office didn't forward my package. Looked up the tracking and it said it delivered to my old house, delivered to the porch. It's been raining all day. Just picked it up. Box is soaked. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, listen, it's paper, so it will dry out. I would not handle any of it until it is dry. That's the thing, Janice. I would put it over a venting, like a heating, like a vent on the floor. Or in front of a fan and just let it dry out. It'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. Some of the contents were in plastic, so those will be just fine. Jackie says, I'm an Easton, North Carolina girl, so yeah. Hello, Jeannie and LaMonica in Arizona. Oh, look what else came. I got some other goodies today. I got a new stamp in the mail. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Maybe we can find some room for that tonight. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to grab a chair because we're going to be here for a little bit. Okay, here is the Creepy Junk Journal that we've been working on. And we're just going to keep working on it tonight. Can I change this easily? Are you going to give me trouble tonight, Facebook? Or I should say, my camera. Hello. Is my camera going to give me trouble tonight? There we go. Now you can see me. If I can switch back and forth easily, that would be great. One quick update. Okay. Switching texting services from community.com to a new texting service. Now, I know there are other creatives who are doing the same thing. Hello, Sue. Welcome, welcome. You guys, I gave you in the description of this video the new link to join my texting service. It's a new system altogether. It's not even a phone number anymore. It's a link. I want to make sure you have it because I don't want to lose you guys. There are like nearly 500 of you on my texting service, and I'd hate to lose even a stinking one of you as far as being able to stay up to date and stay in touch with you. So I'm switching because I don't want to, believe me. If I could stay with what I got, just, just for solidarity's sake, I would. There's the new service, join group chat. There it is. There it is. I just gave it to you guys. I'm going to pin it. The system that I'm using, the price is like going to be, I was doing the math today. The first time I did it, I was off. It's going to be like 10 times more than what I'm paying now. Almost 8 to 10 times more than what I'm paying now, and I can't afford it. So we're just switching. We're going to switch to Telegram. A lot of creatives, a lot of my creative sisters are using, and brothers are using Telegram to share live text alerts. So Pat from Unique, Creating with Chris Hunter's using it. Kathy DiDomenico from Royal Funky Junk. There are lots of people who are using it, and it works really well. So I'm switching. I have just a few days to get everybody moved over. So if you're on my texting service, some of you have already gotten the text, and I'm calling it the Great Migration. Let's have some fun with it. We're migrating all the crafty chicks from one texting service over to a new texting service. So all you crafty chicks, migrate over with me. There's about 30 of you already moved over. So thank you to those of you who have already moved over. I've invited 2 groups already. Just thought I'd test it out with 2 of the paid groups because they're smaller. So I, trying to get those moved over. But now I'm just going to share that link with everybody. Yeah, you have to, if you don't have the app, it's called Telegram, you'll need to download the app and then use the link that I give you to get to the channel. It's a channel. It's not a personal texting connection. It's a channel, a business channel. So you'll want to connect with that. So give it a whirl. I hope it works for you. I hope you'll join me there. That would be awesome. Don't worry if you miss a day of texting. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. We'll all stay connected here. Okay, let's get down on the table here. I kind of went through here. We've already done some pages, yes. And then I went through and I pulled some of the things that, so I'm doing a flip through for you, but I pulled some of the things that we could use in the book, and I just kind of placed them where I think they could go. Like the lady with the little bat on her head, the bat hat, and she has one actually on her chest too. That's her costume. I thought she could go there. I have this napkin that one of you sent me. It's fabulous, and I think it would go great right there. So I already kind of made it smaller and separated it and put it there. I want these ladies, these witches, to go on here. I think I'm going to kind of put them over the middle here and then do something else up here perhaps. And, oh, I've got some of my rice paper that I sell on the site. This one's called Two Witches. Where's the rest of it? Yeah, this is it right here. Nope, not that one. Hold on, wrong rice paper. I did grab a bunch of my rice paper because here's the rest of this one. It's just other smaller versions of it. So you get the one big one and then they get smaller. It looks like the school freezing for me. So we'll see. We're going to try to plow through this and see if we can. I know, boo! Joy says it's really blurry. Oh, no. Joy. Hi, Joy, my friend. Uh-oh. Joy says. Hello. All right, Joy says, boo. Boo, it's not working, the connection. I just changed we have two Wi-Fi, not routers, I don't know what the terminology is. We have two different connections. One is stronger than the other. So I just moved to the other one. Hopefully now it'll get better. Whew. So if you're having trouble, oh boy. I'm going to type you a note right here. There we go. If you're having trouble with your sound, go out and come back in, and hopefully it'll work. Maybe we just have a quiet session tonight. If I could put music on, girls, I would put music on, and we would just do a quiet craft therapy session with music. Cheryl, is it better? I changed the Wi-Fi. Is it better? Yay, did we get it? Oh my gosh, good gravy. I changed from Wi-Fi, I don't know how it works. We have two connections to our Wi-Fi, and one is stronger than the other. I switched. All right, let's try it. Let's try again. I grabbed the rice papers. I have printed out another bat. Just have one more thing. I got this from graphicsfairy.com. Oh, I'm so glad, Wendy. She says it's better. Yay! I've got my leftover papers from the pages that we've already done, so maybe we'll use those somewhere. Let's get down. The first thing I'm going to do, and I want to tell you, so I started to say, and you might have missed it because of the blurriness and all that jazz, but this started out as an envelope, a mailing envelope, like a 9x12 envelope that I turned into the cover for this. I just painted it black. And the more I put in it, the thicker it's going to get. So it's going to get harder and harder to close. We'll put a closure on this to help with that. But I still have quite a few pages to decorate. Like, look at them all. We still have quite a few pages to decorate, and it's getting rather thick. Every time we take a piece of paper and we add it to a piece of paper, it's getting thicker. Every single time we do that. And look I have this one. There's one, there's two, there's three. That's a napkin, but still something added. There's four. There's at least four. We're going to add something there, and we got to add something here. So what I decided to do on this last page, we have these two. This could potentially be 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to decorate, right? So what I thought I would do is I'm going to make this a pocket. I'm going to fold this down to give myself this kind of angle here. And we're going to make this a little pocket so that we're eliminating. This is cardstock, and we're going to get rid of this cardstock. I'm going to cut it off of there. And we're going to eliminate something rather than adding. Well, we'll probably decorate it too. But let's start by I'm going to put this little cutting board back there, and I'm going to get a ruler and my knife, and we're just going to cut this off just to eliminate something, to make it a little skinnier. I think I'll have enough room to do this here. I could fold this down and glue it and keep this little pocket, but my goal is to eliminate bulk, right? So the goal is, all right, this book is getting kind of thick. So as a way of managing that thickness, I'm going to cut this down. I'm like right at the end there. I ran out of cutting board here. There we go. So this won't get thrown away. I'll use it somehow, I suppose. But now I can turn this into a little pocket. We can glue it. We can sew it. We can washi tape it. You can do whatever you want, but let's glue these together and make it a pocket. And I thought it would be kind of cute. What if we made it a little pocket with like a little hole so that we can see one of these little witches under there? Or see something. It doesn't have to be a witch. We can see whatever we want under there. Let's look and see what we have on our papers. Because on these papers, we have other images, like we have the skeleton. We have some crows. We've got all kinds of images that we could use, like this poison image. That would be really cool. All right, let's make a hole and we'll just decide as we're gonna decide as we go, girls. Let's see if we can use this thing the right way again. I think I would want this hole kind of in the middle here. So what I'm gonna do, just as a note to myself, is just visually give myself, I think I would want it, here's the point where I cut that line. So probably like there, but in the middle, on that line, but in the middle. It's almost 5.5, so 2.5. So like right there might be the middle. I'm guesstimating. A little here, a little bit right there. Okay, this little thing that you can pull apart. And we can decide, we can like figure this hole right in the middle, like wherever you want it. We should be able to here, if I can do this right. I've messed this up before. Let's see if we can get it right. So the idea is they're magnets. So this will magnet on to the exact right place if you have it lined up properly. This I need here for sure, because that would be the middle. And then this, it should connect. Oh, maybe my paper's too thick. All right, Gracie, there we go. There it's connected, but now it's not straight. So we're just gonna wiggle it. See how it's like connected from underneath? The magnet has connected the two. So we're gonna wiggle it until we get it pretty much centered. And then what you do is you take this, and this also has really strong magnets on it, and you connect them. It'll know when. There it is. And then you cut your little hole. Then what I was thinking, it would be kind of cute to have something poking through that hole. That was my idea there. Little pocket. The spider would be cool. Let's see what we got. Let's put this aside for a minute. Like what would fit in there? There's a scorpion. Oh, that one says scorpion venom. I kind of like the idea of this guy. Oh, how about one of the little pumpkins? It doesn't have to be creepy, right? Oh, that one's cool. It says poison number 99. What do you think of that? This girl's pretty creepy. This is one of my rice papers. And she is kind of cutesy, but this witch, look at her eyes. Eek. The only thing is, we would only get her face. I think we would miss her hat, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Oh gosh, she's pretty darn cool. We could get her in there, right? What do you see that you like? We could do a pumpkin. Let me grab in the meantime. I've been saving, because I'm such a hoard. I've been saving these cellophane, like the bags that all my ephemera and stuff comes in. I've been saving it because it works in the back here as a great little cellophane, like to make it look like a window. So I can cut a piece of that and we can get that glued down while we're trying to figure out what do we want peeking through here. So let's cut this. Doesn't even have to be perfect. It's not going to be seen on the other side, right? So it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm going to cut down one single layer though. And we're going to just glue this down here so that it really is like a little window. If you know what I mean. All right, let me check the comments because I feel like I'm missing out on so much. Thanks for fluffing the nest, Leslie. Make her as a tag. Which one? Which one? What brand is the punch? It's in my Amazon store. It doesn't have a brand name on it. Oh, it does. Sunlit. But you'll find it in my Amazon store. It is a neat little gadget, right, Denise? No, all of these papers, Jeannie, I sell in my shop at thecomfynestwithgrace.com. So I'm a decoupage queen retailer, and she carries her own papers plus other papers from Italy and Europe. And I just love the papers that she has. They're just beautiful. Lots of collages, which you know I'm a huge fan of. This guy's kind of creepy. There's just so many good things we could put in there. There's just so many good things. All right, let's get this glued down. At the very least, let's get this glued down. And then we can figure out what we're going to do. I think I'll just use double-sided tape. I haven't had any luck lately with my, you're not going to be able to see this because I'm down here and it's clear. I haven't had any luck lately with my tape runners. I've just not had very good luck. So I think I'm just going to do this. I'll just use some double-sided. It should work just fine. It's slippery. It's a slippery little stinker. That may be enough to just hold it. We're not going to need a whole lot here because it's going to be a pocket. So it's not like it's going to get any action on the back side, really. I think it's going to be just fine if we do this. To give this little window. Then, if we think of it, this is going to be a pocket coming in and out like this way. We would want this right here to be covered with regular tape because we don't want anything catching. And it's not even catching, but we don't want anything catching right there. Or the other way you could look at it is you could use that to slide something in there. I don't think I have anything narrow enough. Do I? Oh, I have this. You could use that as a little pocket to actually slide something in there. See what I mean? But I don't want to use it that way. I think I'm just going to tape that closed with another piece of tape, like regular tape. Oh boy, the kids were doing a project and they borrowed my artist tape, my masking tape. Well, little painter's tape never hurt nobody. Where did it go, I wonder? Hey, Denise. Oh, she made it. She said, I made it. Yes, you did, my friend. All right, this is too big. No need to fret. We're just going to go like this. No one's going to see it, so it's okay. It's going to be glued down like that, and then we can put something back there that'll be kind of cute. What, though? What to put back there? See, like any of these, she's going to go right here. I just think she's going to be darling right there. So I'm just going to start filling the pages. It doesn't have to be, too. It doesn't have to be a photograph. It could just be a pattern. There's no reason why you couldn't put, oh, you know what I have? I do have these bugs. However, I think they're too narrow to go in there. All right, you got to keep searching for something to go in that little pocket there. We don't have to decide right now. This is definitely going to be a little pocket, though. Maybe. Let's see. I haven't used this tape yet. Let me check comments. Oh, how can I get to new comments? I'm late because I was watching Essential Stencil. Oh, that's all right. You love the creepy junk journal, Cindy says. I'm not into creepy anything. I'm not either. I'm not either, really. But once a year, it seems, what I've been doing is one little creepy junk journal just to, just to have some fun with some of the images that you can find online. I'm just testing this, you guys. Testing to see this is not tape. These are stickers, y'all. Y'all? I just messed them up royally, but I thought, look at, oh my Lord, just stop it with that. I thought it was tape. It is not tape. It is stickers. So we could stick these little washi tape bugs. Oh man, I really messed it up though. They're individual little stickers of bugs. Oh, come on, something's sticky down here, and it's really messing the whole system up. Wowzer, look at them. You could stick these around and they're kind of, are you creeped out by bugs? Did anybody watch Lizzie and Aaron today? She got, there was a spider on her table as she was working, and she was freaking out, the poor thing. She's like, I do not do spiders. I did feel really bad for her. I don't even have to decoupage this down. This piece of rice paper, it's going to get glued right here. I'm just going to use my glue stick and we're going to glue that down. Some of the pages, I'm really good with keeping it super simple. We don't have to get overzealous with embellishments and all that and feeling a ton of pressure to do super artwork on all these pages. We can just make this book a collection of really creepy or fun Halloween images. I happen to really like vintage images. So a collection of vintage images in a book to me is very, makes me very happy. They don't have to be anything super special or done up or anything. Like, why can't we just leave that page like that? She's fabulous, that rice paper, just by herself right there. And then here, I just got to figure out what to put behind here. And actually, I have grabbed a bunch of decorative papers that I think go really well. Well, we already used this. Decorative papers that go really well. We could cover this and do this pattern like this on the inside of the pocket and then decide later. What do you think of that? And then decide later. It has a little bit of blue on it. I think it's upside down though. Let's see, is it upside down? It's perfect. It would fit under there perfectly. And then you would have that little like design element there, and then we could decide later what to do, stuff in it. We could make a couple of tags or something to stuff in there. So if I fold it right at the bottom, that tells me my cut line, like where I would need to cut it. This one can be straight. It's not going to be seen unless you want it to be seen. No, I think I'm going to go straight, unseen. This edge though, I think I want that edge to be crinkly. So where's one of my crinkle rulers? Here it is. I think I'm going to do this. And we'll cut this kind of at a crumpled up edge. And then let's darken that up a little bit with some black. I probably could do the top too, right? I'm going to do a different place on the ruler so I get a different cut. There. And then we're going to glue this down underneath the pocket. That is not going to be seen. The rest of it's not going to be seen because it's going to be underneath. So it'll look like this. But if I'm going to do that, then I'm also going to blacken out this part of the pocket so it's not so perfect. Hey, Karen. Put a bug on a white tag. Good idea. Good idea. Oh, hey, Donna, 6-month subscriber. You're celebrating your 6-month anniversary as a subscriber. Donna Cowger, thank you so much for supporting the page. I appreciate you all so much. Those of you who are doing that extra bit, you're paying $1.99 a month to support the page and to unlock exclusive content like Donna. It's so fun now. Facebook does give you a little like special shout out on your comments when it's your anniversary. So happy anniversary, Miss Donna. I love vintage, Wendy. You and me both. You and me both. Wendy, do me a favor. Go to my personal page and friend request me, because I need to connect with you about one of your memberships. I need to personally make a connection with you on Facebook so I can get you in one of our chat groups for one of the memberships. So if you wouldn't mind, my dear, go ahead and friend request me here on Facebook so that I can help you connect with the rest of the girls in that group. I don't want you to miss out on a stinking thing. All right, we're going to glue this down, and then we're going to do more gluing. So we're going to glue this down right behind this panel. Yep. And then this is going to get glued down here, and then we'll have a place, like a little pocket to put, maybe we'll make some tags to put back there. So for the next glue, I'm not going to use, hey, where did it go? Oh, here you are, my little friend, hiding. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. It's a liquid. I can do really thin beads of it, and it'll set really fast. So I'm only need to glue these two sections. Everything else will stay open. So we're going to glue here and here. That's it. This has a little pin that you put on the top so it doesn't clog. It's got a really fine tip point, which is very, very nice because you can get just a little bit of glue. And anything that oozes out, don't worry, it will dry clear. Okay, now we have a nice little pocket. So instead of having 2 pages that we filled in on every side, we created a little pocket to hopefully minimize the bulk just a little bit. And then we can create a little tag to put in there if we want to. All right, so that's good. I feel good about that. Just a little different design element in there. You bought the glue sticks from Amazon and they work great. Elizabeth, I'm so glad you love it. This glue stick, the Scotch Create, it's permanent. It's really a juicy glue stick. It works really well. Thank you, Joy. She says that pretty paper looks good there. Why, thank you. Hi, Lindsay. Hey, Christy. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Tammy. 6 months of crafting bliss. Donna, that's the way I look at it too. Hello, hello, Chris Hunter, my friend. And there's my creative sister, Chris Hunter. Welcome to the page. Thanks for joining us. We're working on the creepy junk journal, Chris. We're trying to get this thing tied up. This is session number 5 with this journal. Did you see Jimmy Lou making angels? I did not see her. I have not been on Jimmy Lou's page for a while. I just have not been able to connect with her. Just lack of time more than anything. Brenda got these glue sticks too, and she loves them. Yes. So happy to hear that. Okay, let us go to these pages that I've already decided. Like this page, I decided she's going to go here. She's going to go there. Like, how easy is that? This is a printout I got online. I typed in Google images, vintage Halloween costumes, vintage Halloween people, like just type in something like that. If you put free vintage photos, you'll get royalty-free photos that you can use. And you can use them especially for your own personal crafts. As long as you're not selling them especially, you're really safe. As long as you're not making any income off of what you made with it, right? So royalty-free images. The Graphics Fairy is a really good place to get vintage photos that are royalty-free, meaning no one owns them and you can use them however you wish. Let's tear that little corner off. I may just put some of those bugs above and below her, some of that washi tape. I had pulled out my washi tape earlier for a different project, and then the black and white stuff, I was like, it's actually quite perfect for this book. So, oh, this is like incredibly sticky. Look, that's an incredibly sticky glue stick, and it sets pretty good, like pretty quickly. All right, let's see about, let's see about these bugs. Like this, they're black and white, but like the bumblebee has enough white on him. Why can't, what's the dealio? Oh, I see. On some of them, so there's paper around them. And on some of them, I got the paper around them off, and on some of them I didn't yet. But like, why not like make it a little more creepy? It has the white surrounding the bug, so it really makes it actually easy to see them. Like, let's get creepy bugs. Butterflies are too cute. We don't want the butterfly. This is a cricket of some sort. Not loving it, but it's great for the book. And then, oh, a moth, like a really ugly moth. I think actually that's probably enough on that page. So we'll put that aside. Perfection. Like her little head falling off cracks me up. Okay, this is a napkin. And I think I'm going to take away the black edging because I really want the crow and I want the bottle. So let's get rid of the black around the edge. Let's just pull it off. We don't have to be super fancy about this. You can wet it if you want. It would make it easier, to be truthful. But you know me, whatever I can do to go quick and easy is what I'm going to do. I want everything to be really ragged, rugged, distressed, worn looking in this vintage type junk journal. So the more torn up, the more ratty to me, the better. We're going to get the spider in. We can get the bottle. I have to get rid of some of this on this side, that white. So we're going to go right up to the bottle with tearing. Let's see if that's going to work. Yep, I think this is going to go great on here. And again, it's going to look torn and mucked up, and I like that. Okay, for this one, you can use this glue stick underneath here and then stick your napkin down, but the glue will come through the napkin and you still need to leave it time to dry. So I guess I'm just going to grab my decoupage glue and we'll use a little bit of that to glue this down. So what was Jimmy Lou working on today, Maureen? The Hocus Pocus witch is cracking you up. I know, with her head falling off, Donna. See, creepy doesn't have to be like horrible. It can just be fun. All right, let's start in here. I'm going to put the glue and I'm going to get it right in that crevice there. And let's glue this stinker down right into that crevice. Okay, and then I'm just going to pick this up now, and everywhere where I don't have glue, we'll put some glue in sections, and then we'll glue down our napkin. Don't overthink. You can pounce it in, you can very gently glue it down if you have a little bit of glue. I don't like using Mod Podge because Mod Podge is very sticky. So I'm using Pentart. This is one of the decoupage glues you can get on my site, thecomfinesswithgrace.com. You can also use Liquitex. You can find that in the art section at most hobby stores, or I get it on Amazon. Liquitex liquid or gel medium would work great for this as well. Really, you have lots of options for there's so many decoupage glues now. I think it's really important to just try them until you find one that you like. Now this background is white, and my paper, my cardstock, is like this funky green, army green color, or it's like a little lighter than army green. So I knew that that color was going to come through the napkin a little bit, and I'm totally cool with that because it matches so well with what's happening on the other side, that vintage photo. So I was cool with it coming through. And if I wasn't cool with it, if I didn't want this color of the paper to show through, you could have added some white paint or gesso underneath where the napkin is going. But I kind of wanted that green to show up. I'm trying to get to the very edge to glue down that napkin. It's going to be hanging over the edge, and I'm totally fine with that. I actually think I'm going to leave it hanging over the edge like that. So it looks a little bit undone. Okay. Now that that is glued down, let's just give it a quick dry. See how you can kind of see the green through it, but the napkin is transparent enough that we can see all the, like the spider, you can see all the detail of the bottle. You can see the crow and all the words, the script that's on there. Looks pretty darn cool. I think anyway, it looks pretty darn cool. She was making dangly beads with glitter glue. Oh, interesting. You can, Katana, you can gesso before you decoupage, but you don't have to. It just depends on what end result you're going for. It's hard to find clear gesso. Ranger has one. If you go into the section where they sell Ranger products, like at Michael's, Ranger has a clear gesso. I think Dina Wakley has a clear gesso. If you look for mixed media glues, you will find it. I'm fairly certain of that. So look for mixed media glue, mixed media gesso. And you should find it, my dear. Can I show you the Pentart bottle? Yes. This is the matte varnish and glue. So just go to thecomfinesswithgrace.com. If you're in the Craft Therapy Club, make sure you use your code so you get your discount, because you guys always get a discount on the shop. But yes, you can get it from the shop. So I have the glitter glue. That one's just, I have a glossy one. That one is just matte. I'm loving that. It crinkles up the page a little bit, which makes it even look more dark and decrepit. Let us just come in. I think I'm going to creep out the edges a little bit here. Maybe I'll even go a little further in. Let's grab this and put it down. And then I'm going to come in a little bit further than just flicking the edges. It's like very much a theme going on here, right? With all the distressing and all the black and white and the neutral colors. Yeah, I think I really like this black in addition to the color of the paper, which is like a khaki green, or like a, I don't know, an army green. So let's do that so it's kind of sticking out. Should we go over the napkin just a little bit? Distress it a little bit more? Why not? Let's do it. There. All right. Looking good, looking good. This page here, I'm just gonna put these girls right here. So let's just get our decoupage again. Actually, this paper, it's regular printer paper, so it can totally handle the glue stick very easily. So let's just glue stick this down. It'll be faster than using the decoupage medium. And then we got to decide on this page what else to put on this page. I'm trying not to add too much bulk, right? Because it's already getting so thick. But let's add them right in the middle, kind of off. I'm positioning them a little bit off to the right. I'm going to push in that crease really strongly first. This crease right here of the book. Push in there really strongly and then wrap it around, and then make sure that you get a nice fold there before the glue dries. Make sure that you're getting a really nice fold on that page. Awesome. Now we have to decide, what do I want to do on this page besides these ladies? Like, let's use up some of the scraps that we already have from the other projects, from the other parts of the project. Oh gosh, Elizabeth, why is that, do you think? She says, Michaels is no longer carrying Tim Holtz. That's strange. Holly, happy 1 month anniversary subscriber. She says, I finally got some sticks out of my garden to finish my paper bag pumpkins. Good for you. That's awesome. Okay, I have a few chunks of this left, and why not just use it, right? I'm trying not to add a ton of bulk, but at the same token, let's use what we got. I could glue this right here. Let's muck it up a little bit first. I wish I had some black lace. I just don't. I just don't have any. but we can get this here. I don't glue anything down until I decide for sure. And then on my rice papers, do I have any words that we could add? Let's look. Here are some of the rice papers. And this one is called Beware of Poison. So it has like Beware of Poison there as just, we have poison and arsenic. Those look like bottle wrappers though, like it's supposed to go around a bottle. Oh, skeletons, Halloween, ravens, haunted house, black cats, witches. Boo, October 31st. The witching hour. Oh, that's pretty good. The colors, see, they're all just dark and neutral, really. There's not a whole lot of like orange, purples, pinks. There's none of that going on in here. It's all very neutral. Hobby Lobby. Tamara says Hobby Lobby hasn't had discount on Tim Holtz for the last month. I wonder what's going on with Tim Holtz. Oh, my glue, I should close my glue gun. Anybody have an inside scoop on Tim Holtz? What's going on there, friends? Who knows? Give us the scoop. I'm going to look over here for some, for another embellishment while you guys are chit-chatting about that. I have I've got some corrugated cardboard. I also have burlap. That would go fine on that page. I have pearls, which I don't think I would put there. Let's just see my box that says stickers and words, if I have any words that would make sense to put on there. But burlap, a little bit of fabric. The only thing is I'm trying not to make it too thick, you guys. I have these little words. They might be too small for that page. We'll see. I have so much stuff, you guys. You've got to be like me, right? I mean, are you like me and you just got a ton of stuff, man? We just got oodles and oodles of stuff. So why not pull it out and use it? Okay, let's see about adding a little bit of texture. The burlap is thinner. So if I grabbed a piece of burlap, just a chunk. Just give me a little chunk of burlap. Some of this burlap has already been glued, so it's stiff, and some of it's not. But I like it to look like super authentic and messy and distressed and, I don't know, natural. With the burlap is very natural, obviously. Here's a good chunk, but I don't like the shape of it. But who cares, right? Because we're just adding layers of texture and color. And if we can get this paper in here, it's going to mimic what we already have on the other pages. So it's going to make everything kind of cohesive. And then we could add to that this Halloween right here. Or the witching hour. I like the witching hour. I don't know why. It's just kind of calling to me. This one that says the witching hour, and then if I can get October 31st with it as just a torn piece of paper. That's the rice paper, tears. It's not too fragile. It's not like, you know, napkins are really fragile. Rice paper is not that fragile compared to napkins. So it tears easily. It's not hard to tear. Like, I like that. That's okay. They're very black and white compared to the other stuff that I have going on here, but that's okay. And this napkin, we already used this once, so I'm not going to use it again. Oh, I do have the bat. Oh, and did I have one more crow? I thought I had one more crow, but where's the bat? I wish I had made the bat smaller, girls. Whoop. clipped a bit of the bat's wing. Bats are creepy. I don't care what time of year we're talking. Right? Aren't they just a little creepy? I wanted to get an idea of how big he was off of the... Oh, he's creepy, man. I think we gotta find a place for this dude. Okay, I'm gonna fussy cut, and I'm gonna cut right into the wings so that it doesn't take very long. If I cut into the wing, I'll lose a little bit of the ink of the wing, but that's totally fine with me so that it doesn't take me forever to go exactly along the same lines that were created in the image. So I follow along with them, but I don't feel like I have to copy them exactly, if that makes any sense. I think I like this the most, actually, of all the things that we have here. Ugh, creepy little feet. I should have more bats in here, actually. They are just creepy. And they're all black, aren't they? I mean, no, it's not untrue. The black and white version of it is true to form because same thing with witches. They normally dressed in black, right? So having a black and white photo doesn't feel too far off the mark. I don't have to feel like I need to color it in or anything like that. Oh yeah, and if his wings could be over their picture a little bit, that would be really neat. His or her. I shouldn't assume he's a he. I wouldn't know how to tell bat gender. Can you tell from just a picture? I don't know. I don't know anything about them, really. I choose not to. But see how fast it is when I don't worry so much about... Oh, I do want to get that little detail right there. If I don't worry so much about getting, cutting perfectly... Oh, I lost it. All right, if I'm going to lose it on one side, I got to lose it on the other side. Got to keep it even. I'm going right on the black. I'm not trying to hit that edge. I'm trying to be inside the edge so that I can just quickly cut around it more quickly than if I was being super fussy. So it'll probably be just a tish small all the way around, but it's faster. And I'm moving the paper, not my scissor, if you notice. I'm cutting that little, there's that like little hangnail, I don't know what you call it. Extra little claw up there. I'm gonna lose it. Oh my gosh, he fits perfectly on here, you guys. I think he fits perfectly. Someone said I have to send my hubby back to Dollar Tree to get those napkins. Elizabeth's already got them. Oh. Jackie, happy 2-month anniversary. Hello, friend. Oh, Anna's saying that Joann's carries a lot of Tim Holtz. There you go. Look at, if we put this right here, it like can go right above. Right above. Oh man, if I had thought of this before, I would have dropped those girls down a little bit more. Or we can just have the wings hanging over the edge here. I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's color the wings. Did I lose my wax paper? Let's color the wings and the head on this side with a little bit of black. So that when I glue this down here, I don't want to cover up their heads, but I don't mind the wing going in between these two witches' heads. But it's going to hang over the top here. But then what we'll see is going to be black. That'd be kind of cool, right? Yep, that'd be kind of cool. That's what we're going to do. Okay, you have choice of glues. You use whatever you want. I can tell you I'm using Distress ink, so that's going to come off in my glue, that black. It'll smear because it's not permanent ink. It's distress ink. So you can see I'm getting black in my glue. Oh, I didn't, duh. I didn't even need to put it on the top of the bat's head. That was kind of dumb of me. Not thinking, Gracie. Not thinking. It's okay. We'll just avoid letting anything touch the back of that until it's dry. It will eventually dry. The glue stick will eventually dry and you won't be able to feel it anymore. This little piece needs to get glued down. And I just got to remember to get in that crease. I never let the crease bother me in terms of gluing something down. I just make sure I get right in there. I have a little bit of white right here that I don't need or want. And then, darn it, I just wasn't thinking. The top of his head is now sticky because I glued it. I shouldn't have, but I did. So let's wipe off a little bit of that glue. It will dry eventually, but I think I'm going to like it kind of sticking off the top of the page like that. Kind of like a preview of what's to come over here. Yes, loving that. Okay, glue stick, where are you? This guy doesn't want to stick, so let's reinforce. And then before I do anything else, let's just figure out, I think I am going to put this strip right here. And this one, I'm clearly not going to use the whole thing now. But I can use part of it. Sometimes I switch glues. It doesn't matter. It just goes to show you it doesn't really matter. Just get your stuff in your book. All right, let's stick this here. A little bit of color. This will go here. And I could still add some words somewhere, but now this is too big unless I put it right. If I put it right here, that would work. Yeah, maybe I'll put it on top of, let me tear it down just a little bit more so that we can see the burlap underneath it. And we're just going to put it on top of that burlap. I know I'm trying to avoid bulk, but then here I am adding burlap. I'm just trying to get a little bit more of that color off. Yeah, so we can see more of the burlap underneath. There we go. That'll be cute. You guys, what about stamped words? Yeah, you could totally stamp. Absolutely. I don't have any Halloween stamps. I could make up words with some letters, but I don't have Halloween stamps. You like it with the witches? Do half of him. Lori says that bat needs a manicure. We clipped off his top little gnarlies, whatever they're called. I don't know if they're claws or what they are, but I clipped them off. Okay, guys, I came over here for something. What was it? I came over here to get something. Good Lord. Oh, I know, my fan, because I'm having like a severe hot flash right now. Hold on, girls. Mama needs her fan. Mama getting hot. How you feeling? Hot, hot, hot. Woo. I needed my fan. Oh, that's much better. All right, we don't have to have it on high because it'll start blowing my papers around. Okay, here, we need a glue that's going to hold that down with no problem. And we got a couple of layers here. It's kind of thick. So I'm going to grab my matte gel medium because it's kind of thick. And let's just use a palette knife with matte gel. And we're just going to glue this down. I'm just going to put a whole lot of glue down there. A big thick clump of glue that we're going to stick this into. And then this will hold it down. I promise you. And then we're going to put this on top of there. That's plenty wet to hold my paper, but I am going to just try to get it extended out because the paper is going to go all the way to these edges. So let's get this matte glue all the way to the edges. Like that. Yep, yep. Why not? Cool. And then you can decide, like, do you want these hanging up or do you want them glued down? Totally up to you. I usually let them kind of flow in the breeze, but today I'm gonna glue them down. I don't know why, just because I feel like it. Okay, it kind of looks like a scrapbook almost. A creepy little scrapbook. We need to let this dry before I do much else here. I didn't get enough glue underneath here. There we go. Now we got enough. Bats are fascinating. Our second graders learn about them every year. Oh, Carrie, they are fascinating. I don't know, can you tell? Like, is there a way to tell outwardly if they are male or female, though? I have no idea. There are lots of them. Jackie, 2-month anniversary, your 2-month subscriber anniversary. So happy anniversary, she says. Hangnail. The poor bat. Poor bat taking all kinds of abuse tonight. It's okay, bat. You're going to serve such a great purpose in this book. This creepy journal. It's a creepy journal. It doesn't... Sometimes somebody will say, well, what do you do with them? The joy, it's like doing a puzzle. It's like putting a puzzle together. Sometimes the joy of doing a puzzle is just doing the puzzle. I look at junk journaling similarly to that, like putting together a 1,000 piece puzzle. Somehow when you're done with it, it is very satisfactory, right? Like you feel like really good about what you did. I'm looking for my tweezers, girls. I can't find them. I just want to pull off this little piece of paper right there. I don't like it. Talk about being picky. Anyway, so a junk journal, it's all about the joy of putting it together and using things that would have gotten thrown out otherwise. Is a traditional, that is truly a junk journal, stuff that would have gotten thrown out anyway. Now, this started out, the cover is a used envelope, so that definitely is junk. These papers were all just in my stash, so I wouldn't necessarily consider them junk. But a traditional junk journal would be things that you were throwing out anyway, and you've made a use out of them. The joy of putting it together is the joy. Like, that's the real fun part. And then when you have it in your collection, you can pull it off the shelf every once in a while and admire it and be like, oh man, you can think back fondly. Remember when I made this? And the memories of having made it can be part of the joy of doing it as well. So see how this paper, it's here. It's here. This is the blue part of it, but it's there. And wasn't it here? We've used that one piece of 12 by 12 paper in several places in this book. So it's kind of nice when you can repeat something like that so that it like makes everything really feel like they all belong together. I was thinking this little bottle would be really cute on here. Let's just see if I can just isolate that bottle. Just because it's easier for my fingers, I'm just going to cut it out and then maybe tear around the edges. Because I really love the look of a torn rice paper. So I'm pinching it really close to the edge of the shape of the bottle so I can get as close to the edge as possible. I don't know. I'm not sure that that's where that's going to go, but it's a possibility. We could use it to make a tag. Let's see about a tag. Let me grab a tag from my stash. So these are the tags that I sell on my website. And we could glue that on there. And that sit in the window. That would kind of be cute, wouldn't it? Or we could take this entire thing and like take the bat and make sure that the bat lands. That's the end of the road right there. So like right where my finger is the top of the oval. Right here. It's very rudimentary. That's the top of the oval. Right here. Right there. So if I wanted something to land in that window, that's where I would need to, hold on, let's get this back together. There we go. If I wanted something to come in here and land in that window, if I was going to stick this tag in there, then I would want it to land right where the circle is. So I could then take something like this, and if I land my bat right there, it should show in that window. So we could just glue down this paper onto my tag, decoupage it on here, or glue it. You can use liquid glue. You can use a glue stick. You can use a tape runner. You can use, what are other kinds of glue? Double-sided tape. You do you, girl. Use what you got. That's what I would say. Use what you got. Don't worry about, like, if I have something you don't have, you can still make it work. Okay, so if I get this bat right there on that circle, we should be good for having it show up. I can see better from the back if I did that. You know, it says bats and zombies. Right? That could be cute. I'll make a little tag here. I need a bigger set of scissors than that, I'll tell you what. I'm getting a slight headache. I don't know what's going on with me. Do you ever, like, just for days when you have a headache that just won't go away? It's the most irritating thing. It's like, either go away or become a full-blown headache. Like, why do you have to be just irritating enough? Just there to irritate me. It's like a dripping faucet. There we go. All right, that's a cool tag. Let's test it. I can't even wait. I got to test it right away. Yeah, baby, look at that. All right, I'm liking that. Let's do the darkening of the edges thing. Well, that was easy. Easy way to use the paper. Easy way to make the tag. I think I'm going to do one of those burlap tops on this. Instead of punching that hole through, I'm going to cover it up with some burlap like I did with one of those other ones recently, because I really liked the look of that. So let's grab a chunk of burlap. I just need a little chunk. See how I work? Everything is just a mess when I work. Like, everything's all over the place. I don't want it to be too perfect. I'm gonna cut it at an angle. There. This one is stiff. I must have had glue on it at some point. It's stiff. But if I take it and I fold it in half, and then we put this on top here, I'm gonna cut it down a little smaller. Yep, I'm just gonna put that right there just because I think it's kind of cool. In fact, let's put the one side is kind of torn and the other one's straight from my cut line. So let's do it that way. And if I can get to my little stapler, I'm just gonna staple this on here. Just kind of makes it rough and decrepit, just like everything else has been. And why not do a couple of really badly placed more staples just to make it rough and decrepit and stay in place. And then this is gonna go right there. What do you think of that? She's adorable. That's a rice paper you can get on my website. Just go to thecomfynestwithgrace.com and you'll find that rice paper along with this rice paper that I used on the tag. You can also get there. I still have a bunch of Halloween rice papers in stock. One of them sold out today, for sure. Okay, let's go through and just see where we are. Let's do a quick flip through. This is session 5. We're working session 5 on the Creepy Junk Journal. Is the Creepy Journal session in box 5? I don't know what you're saying, Joanne or Joyce. I've been doing this publicly on the page here. This is all 5 of these sessions are on my YouTube channel now, and all 5 of these sessions are here in the live tab on the Facebook page. Too many of the bats, Katana says. I hate bats. It's your 4-month anniversary, Denise. Happy anniversary. Gia, I like what you said. Gia said, she said, I say the joy is in the journey. And I'm with you. Like, I think the joy of making a journal is in the journey. I think that's so right what you said. It's in the making of it. That's the fun part, is like gathering all the supplies. I kind of just get so cheesed when I find just the right paper or just the right supply to use on a page or as a tag or to go with something. I get so stinking excited about that. And then to see it come together, it's the joy of the journey. Gia, you're absolutely right to put it that way. Have you seen them when they leave their caves to go out at night? Thousands and thousands. It takes like 45 minutes for them to get out. Kathy, no, I've not seen, I mean, maybe seen that on TV, but not in person. All right, Missy says the claw at the bat wing is actually their thumb. Ooh, interesting bat facts. I love working with rice paper too, Cheryl. Hey, Marsha. I love making tags too. I'm so glad you do too, Joyce. Hey, Nancy, welcome. Oh gosh, Donna. Well, I'm glad it's a was. She said, I used to suffer with migraines. I'm glad you don't anymore. All right, let's take a peek through. I haven't worked in, I've worked this like, this mesh that you get at the Dollar Tree. I worked it in 2 places. We'll look at that and see where we worked it in. So we got Welcome Foolish Mortals. And then we have this poem. So I don't know, it could be left blank, but we could put something there. Another page that's blank yet. So we have another one of those windows right here with this lady with her goose, which is hilarious to me. Even it's kind of creepy, but it's just bizarre. She's bizarre, like super bizarre. In fact, she could stand alone. Like this page here, I got some gesso on this page, so it's kind of mucked up with gesso. And in fact, we could just come in there and muck it up even more with gesso and leave it at that, like just a decrepit little page. Here we have the damaged, melted mannequins from that fire in 1929. We got the bat lady, and we got, here's where I worked in some more of that mesh on this dress, which makes it really 3D and fun. Her head's falling off. That's hilarious. We got a napkin, just another vintage photo, some Halloween costumes on kids. This is kind of a hodgepodge of stuff. We got the witching hour up here with October 31st. We have the coven of the crescent moon. That I got online again. Another picture that I got online. We got the bat. This bat's head is already dry on the back. So I don't have to worry about that sticking to anything it's not supposed to. Then we have this adorable little vintage witch. And look at her hat. Her hat is an owl. How cute is that? Sitting on a pumpkin on the moon. And then we have this little pocket with the tag with the bat. And then in the back we have the shimmery felines. And I didn't put anything on the back yet. So guys, we're almost done. Like, I don't know. And I wonder, comment, do you think, would you fill in the blanks? Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blanks. Would you fill them in or would you leave them? And I actually would love to do a closure on this. I was thinking about poking a hole on either side of this to make a closure. A lot of times what I do is just take jute rope and I tie it with jute rope. So I could do that too. It's cool. I'm so glad you guys love it. It's very interesting, right, Wanda? This is called the Creepy Junk Journal. Oh, I have a ton of rice papers, Joyce, on the website. We've got some Christmas, we've got some fall, Thanksgiving ones. We've got all the Halloween ones, and lots of florals and collages, some steampunk. I got lots and lots of rice papers. Hey, Stephanie, I see you. Oh no. Oh gosh, Holly. Well, I hope your headache goes away. Past my bedtime, Elizabeth says. Good night, sweetheart. Oh, Joyce can't find the mesh at her Dollar Tree. Oh, stinker. That's terrible. Usually they have it every year at our Dollar Tree. It's in the section with all the the Halloween stuff. So it'll be going out soon. The chick with the cigarette creeps into my mind randomly and scares me to death. She is creepy. Oh, that's funny. Uh-oh. Wait, what is Chris saying? She's too extra too. She says something about I'm too extra. You're never too extra. Chris Hunter, you're never too extra. Walmart has it. Babs is saying her Walmart has it in black, cream, and in gray. I would love to have it in gray. It would show up so much nicer, right? Gia says, keep filling it. It's hard. Joyce says, fill it without making them bulky. Oh, it is kind of challenging for me because I love texture so much. So I really want, like, I love, these are like my favorite kind of pages, the pages that have burlaps and like things like jumping off the page. But we can keep working on it for sure. I am having fun. Tita says, only do it if you're having fun with it. Tita, you are an artist after my own heart. That's kind of how I feel about things. And listen, there is no sin. There's no junk journal or art police that say that you have to finish it all now. Like, you could put it aside until next season and pull it back out again and decide to do more. I'm going to look at the papers that I have and see if there are any papers that I think we can add into the book. Let's just look at the rice papers. Whoop, my fan is... So she is very creepy. She would actually make a really good cover to a book. She's very cool and creepy. And then I have the spiders would work really well. That spider page. I don't know if you can see the detail in that one. This one is called Webs and Spiders, and it's just a really cool distressed looking page with webs and spiders, just as it says. There's a little spider. And that could just be a cool addition to one of the pages. My fan is just working. It's working against me. Now that actually, those two next to each other make a really fun combination. I am very conscientious about, I was thinking one of the witches would look really good on her, like next to her. This one, because she has the orange as well. So let's rip this one out and just see. I am very conscientious about color. So like this image here is mainly black with, she's got some really pretty lace on the top. But then she's sitting in a web. And she has her awesome broom, and there's a jack-o'-lantern on the bottom. But because this is mainly black and there's some orange here, I think it would go really well with this page, even though they're not like exactly matching. So I was thinking that this one might be a good addition to this page. Oh, come on now. Don't give me a hard time. I don't want to lose the jack-o'-lantern on the bottom. But I want to rip that off. Okay. Now let's go this way. Getting rid of all of the white part. I'm trying to get rid of all the white part. I don't even need it to be perfect, people. The ruler doesn't work as well, I'll tell you, with my, with the rice paper, with the way I tend to cut. Okay, yeah, I like her in here. And I don't like the way this got torn. Oh, I lost a little of that jack-o'-lantern's mouth. It's a total bummer. Oh well. Oh, right? It's just so pretty. The paper is just, I know it's a little creepy, but the paper itself is very pretty. Even if the subject is a little creepy. The background of the paper, I think, is beautiful. Really, the edges, to make sure that this stays down, and then I usually kind of do a cross in the middle, like a cross, like a big X is usually what I do, just to make sure I have enough to get it to stick down completely. Ugh, really sticky. And these pieces that kind of came unshaped, you can just push them back down where you want them. And the rice papers, all of the papers, if you don't glue them down all the way on the edges, like right here, then they're up, and by nature, they give more texture to the page, just by doing that alone. Now, if I had something that I could put along these edges that was fabric, yeah, that's what I want to grab at, is fabric. That would be so cool. But I'm trying to avoid the bulk. These are some new stamps that I got. Let's just check real quick. I think they're mainly postage type stamps. Yeah, they are. Like they say Paris, they say arrived. They're mainly, but then I really got it because I loved these more than anything. All right, so maybe not a stamp. You know, and sometimes the stuff will come to you kind of slow. Like, you know, you wish it would just come together fast. But I would just caution you not to rush it too much, because then it really does take the fun out of it. Then you stop having fun with it. I got a bunch of new supplies here today, and I could look through them and see if I could find something in there. I'm just looking, girls, for more things that I can stick on these pages. This one, I would love to do something here and here, and I don't have any black lace. Black lace is what I would use. So I know what I need to get myself is some black lace. My sister sent me this, that she got at a thrift store. And it's not lace, but it's like cord. And it's the same color. But I'm not feeling it. Maybe, but I'm just not feeling it. Should we look through the washi tapes? You hardly have any stuff at your Dollar Tree for Halloween, Joyce. Has it been that way the whole season, or is that like everything is sold out and there's nothing left? Has it been like that the whole season? Oh, you know what? Gosh dang it, I didn't even think about ribbons. Like, why couldn't we put some ribbon in there? Or some raffia. Or greenery. There's so many things. So many things you can pull and maybe stick in there. I would put charms, but, you know, again, we're talking about thickness here. We don't want thickness. We don't want any thickness, but here I am with some thickness. If I could get this down to a smaller size, why not try it? Just to... This is wired. So if I could get it down to... Well, first of all, I'd be tempted to just roll it, but then we've got double thickness. So I can't do that. What I was originally thinking is, what if instead of 3 layers, we cut it down to 1 or 2? That is cute, actually. And how did it end up being too long now? Oh, I like this. Okay, so I'm taking this wired ribbon and I'm cutting it down so it looks like fringe. That looks like a little ladder. And if I put it on either side, it kind of frames it cute. All right, why not? All right, what's the right glue? This could hold it. If I could get it to be in the right exact place, it would hold it down. But other than that, I would go for my matte gel medium. But let's try this and see if we can't get a good bead. Of course, my fringe, I would want the fringy part to just hang down loose. I don't want that to be glued down. The fan is like pulling on it. Yep. Make it a little more fancy. A little more fancy-pancy. Now it looks like she's on stage. Set the bottle in that corner. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Could do that. Stick a bug in the mouth of the pumpkin. Oh, Donna, cute idea. I need a drink of water, girls. A bug in the mouth of the pumpkin. I think what I'm going to do is just stick this fringe down here. It's going to cover up that mouth right away. I think if I go right on the bottom of the paper with my line of glue, it would be easier than trying to get it on the fringe itself. And then I'll stick my fringe into the line of glue. My wired ribbon. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. So much cuter than what I thought. So sometimes you just shop what you already have. Whoops, my little pin was stuck to the bottom of my glass. So shop your supplies, go through your room of stuff or through your bins. This one, I'm really liking that a lot. Look at the little fringe. Oh my gosh, how cute. We gotta let that dry. I can't close it because that glue that's wet and oozing will definitely glue something shut. So we better leave that for a minute. Let's see. Check if you can save the pumpkin mouthpiece. Oh, we just covered it up. I just covered it up with a fringe. It's totally cool. I did think of that though. Like if I could find the mouthpiece somewhere, I'm sure it's here somewhere. I could just glue it right back on. Rice paper is hugely forgiving. Napkins you can do that with too. Very forgiving that way, for sure. You are absolutely right. Hey, Nancy. Thanks for sprinkling from North Carolina. I do, Deb. I do have lace. I have tons of lace that I can dye. I absolutely do. Been there a few times. Hardly anything, Joyce says, at her Dollar Tree. Oh, gosh. Mine is always that way, Joyce. Mine is always that way. I find it really hard to shop at our Dollar Tree. You love the fringe, Gia? Yay! It's unexpected but perfect. I'm so glad. It's just rustic looking, right? Like, think about it. Like, back in the day, like, when there was a party, they used what they had on hand, and it might have been burlap, and it might have been some fringe from a burlap sack that they hung above a dining room table to celebrate a birthday or something. That pumpkin was hit by a car. Oh, Joyce, you're funny. Hey, Jeanette. Oh, she's glad to see the Creepy Journal enhancements. Well, yes, we've been working on it for a while. So this is good to make some more progress. Okay, so this has to dry for sure, but over here is where I was thinking, whoa, the spiders could go. Now that I'm cooled off, I think my hot flash is over. We can shut that fan down. The spider webs, really, this paper could go either way. And this could be really cool here, but I was also thinking, let's put this staple here to hold that page up. I was also thinking just maybe some black gesso on this page, just to muck it up a little bit and see if maybe that's going to be enough. Let me just think about, do I have an applicator that would apply the gesso in a different way so that it's unexpected? Like, so that it doesn't get applied the same way it would with a brush, if you know what I mean. Like, what if we used a fork? Why do I have a fork? Why does Grace have a fork in her craft room? I don't eat with it. It's for crafting and creating, for mixing things and for making marks. So let's just see what would happen if we wet the fork with gesso and we just make marks, like messed up. It's not really carrying the gesso very far. So maybe if I go further down on the tines of the fork, yes, that worked a little more. And we just make ugly marks. Like, she is creepy. And do you remember, was it on her page that I kind of dragged down the Stabilo? That doesn't look like it did. But on one of the pages, I dragged down the Stabilo, like I'm dragging this, to get the black to kind of go through the page. I might just have some kind of stamp, like a pattern stamp or a stencil that I could add to this. I wonder if I have any web stencils. Rather than putting a piece of rice paper, why not just try to muck it up with paints and inks to do something decorative over here? See what I'm doing? I'm just making it look purposefully ruined. Like purposefully bad is what I'm going for right there. Purposefully icky. I'm going to look at my stencils quick and see if I have something that is like a web. I'm thinking and I'm looking. I have some flowers. I've got some diamonds. Oh, the diamonds would be cool. Uh-oh, the whole hook came off. The whole hook came off my shelf. That means I'm going to have to fix that later. These are kind of cool. Hold on, girls. I'm coming, I promise. We're going to dry this. And then I got this stencil here. That could be kind of cool. Purposefully bad looking. Janice loves using a fork for mark making. Why not? Why not? You can use, girl, Janice, right? Use whatever you got. You call it your private summer? Cheryl, that's a great name for it. I wish I enjoyed it as much as summer. That fringe would be cute on a rug in your camper, Teresa said to Chris Hunter. Would be a cute little rug for your camper. Oh, what a cute idea. What a good little mind you have, Miss Teresa. You like the fringe better than the lace? Oh, yay. I'm so glad. That page needed that. Oh, gosh. All right, so let's see if we can use that same. It's not dry all the way, but that could be good because if we're looking for super mucked up and ugly, like purposefully ugly, this is even, it's distressed to the point where not all of the parts are even like fully in place. This is a Finnabair stencil. I would have to lay this down. Is this dry enough? Oh, it might be. I'm going to grab a piece of wax paper and stick this where my glue was, just in case that's not dry enough. But let's get this down. I'm going to grab a stencil brush and we're going to write over. This isn't even all the way dry, but that's okay because remember, we're going for purposefully mucked up. I'm going to grab a stencil brush and we're going to get a little bit of this diamond shape on here. And not worry about it being full coverage or anything like that. We're just looking for mucked up. All right, let's peel it back and see what that did. Yes, I'm going to do a little bit up in this corner. I ran out of gesso, actually. I got to get a little more. Let's come up in this corner. Right off the page. And then down. And I'm loving this so much. I'm wondering, is there another place that I can add this same look? Guys, I love it. Oops. No, I want to keep this here because of the glue. This paper. I want to keep it there where the fringe is. Okay, I'll hold this up close so you can see my purposefully mucked up page. I think it complements her awesome. And I really love it enough where I think I could do a couple of pages like this. What do you think? I love that it's all mucked up and it's not perfect and all that. Cool. Maybe put something behind it. Oh, that's an idea, Nancy. Thanks, Nancy. She said, I like the way you muck things up. Why, thank you. I love making things not perfection. Donna, someone should study your brain. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I love hanging out with you guys. I love creating with you guys here because I think sometimes I play off of some of the things that you say. You know, it gives me ideas too. I don't know where I came up with the fork, to be honest with you. I just wanted the page to look distressed and mucked up, and I was trying to think of things that would make markings. It almost makes me think of like nails going down a wall, like scratching nails. Like the creepy scratching nails, right? That you would see in the horror movies. I'm trying to stay away from being too horrifying, but at the same token, when, like, what does it make me think of? That's what it makes me think of. All right, let me put a couple of things away just because my stinking table's so small and I'm running out of room. All right, we could possibly do that. Like, what if we did that same thing like in here? What if we did that same exact thing? All right, I don't have another piece of tissue paper. This is a napkin. I'm folding it. It's not completely dry, but it's okay. If this comes through and gets on here, I'm good with it because it's all mucked up, right? I'm going to do this same thing over here by the bat, like in this blank space. Again, if we can mimic the same look in a couple of different places in your book, if we use the same paper in a couple of different places in your book, or if you use the same shapes, you get my drift, right? If you're using the same theme, colors, papers, patterns, shapes throughout your book, it will look really cohesive. It will, because you're repeating patterns. Okay, so that same exact pattern, I'm just going to add a little bit of it to this page, and then why don't we just come in while we're at it and muck up these edges a little bit. Come on, Bat, move your head. I need you to move your head. I don't know why I didn't think to do this earlier. I'm getting more on my hand than I am, look at, getting more on my hand than I am on the paper. This paper that's around here, the open spots are a little bit too nice. They need to be mucked up a little. There we go. Okay, and then we could do a similar thing here. Dry brush a little bit, just smear. I should have done this before I did everything else, but it's okay. We can do it after. We're gonna smear a little bit, and then let's come in with this shape and add a bit of this shape over it, over this. Just randomly, I don't want it to look perfect. There. I'm making everything really come together now. This page, I don't know yet. I don't rightly know what I'm going to do with that page. Is there another one? I think there's one more page. Is there? This one I'm leaving just the way that is. I'm not doing anything. I love that one the way it is. I've got this one. I have 2 pages left, girls. Are we down to 2? Yeah, we're down to 2 pages. This one and this one. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight just because of my energy level. More than anything. Mama be tired. Mama's tired. What time is it? It's 10:40, girls. You are a bad influence. Oh, I would have never thought, to do that with a fork. Oh my gosh. It's fun. That page needed something. Kathy says, when you journal in a book, what kind of book do you get? I use a multimedia or an art journal book. Kathy, look in my Amazon store. I have several that you can pick from. If you go to my Amazon store and go to the section called Craft Supplies You'll Love, you'll find a couple of them there. Hey, Melissa from the Graceful Barn. You're up late too. Creepy-licious. I love that word. Gia, I think you just coined a new phrase. Creepy-licious. All right, girls. All right. So it appears this is session 5 with the Creepy Junk Journal. There will be a session 6. I was hoping to finish up tonight. That was ambitious, I knew. But it's okay. We'll do a session 6. Watch for that. It'll be well done before Halloween. That'll be no problem at all. But watch for session 6. If you want to watch the other sessions here on Facebook, go to the live tab, look at the live videos, and I've named them all. Creepy Junk Journal Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4. Same thing on my YouTube channel. Parts 1 through 4 are all on the YouTube channel now. They should be. One might be posting tomorrow. What's today? Tuesday. I think I have them scheduled to post every other day. So they'll all be on the YouTube channel too. So if you're looking to go back and see how this all came together, you go back and watch the other ones as well. You're welcome. You guys go have a beautiful, blessed night. I hope you all sleep well. I hope there are no nightmares. I hope everybody just has a nice, peaceful, restful night of sleep. I will catch you tomorrow. Don't forget, click on the texting service and join the new texting service because I'm going to be moving everybody over from the old to the new. We're all migrating over, Crafty Chicks, to Telegram. So my channel link is in the description of this video and it's in the pinned post. Take care.